Snowing up the valley. Today started out as a miserable, rainy, windy day. I see some blue skies finally. Weatherman is calling for, I think 90% rain snow mix today, and winds up to 56 miles an hour. Man, I hope he's wrong. Right now is a little breezy, but it's not bad at all. Dave Morelli called me this morning, said he had 45-mile-an-hour winds at his place. He was afraid his outhouse was going to blow over. But anyway, those track rollers for that four-wheeler, side-by-side, whatever you call them nowadays, are in. So I'm heading down to pick them up right now. This place here, they got a few of these toys. They just built this big fancy building. Inside it's kind of a warehouse in a way, but it's pretty roomy. Got some nice stuff in here. Stuff I can't afford, that's for sure. Anyway, go get these rollers. Well, I didn't get very far today. The wind picked up and the weather kind of turned nasty. I went into town, did some stuff when I got these rollers. By the time I got back, it's really too late in the day, but try to get these on tomorrow. And then I do want to get up there and get some traps set. A friend of mine called last night and he gave me kind of a lead of where he saw some tracks here not long ago, or maybe a friend of his saw them. I'm not sure, but they've been up there in the past. I haven't ever trapped that spot, and it's quite a ways. It's not my normal spot. It's quite a ways from where I'm normally trapping, so hopefully I won't have competition out there. But anyway, I won't know until I try. I gotta get these rollers on here before I do anything. Okay, so this is what they look like. I'll get the bag open. Pretty straightforward, simple deal. You have a oops, shoot. Didn't mean to do that. You have a roller with some sealed bearings on the inside. This side goes toward the inside, I believe. Anyway, this has you got a little rubber dust seal cup that goes into here, like so. Keep the dirt out on that side. Then you have a bolt that just goes into here after you slide it on. And then a little plastic cap that pops over the top. So that doesn't actually fit, so it must go the other direction. This one must be the outside. Yeah, it is. But very simple idea. The one thing a fella really should do, I probably won't with these, but I was telling Bodine that instead of buying the whole wheel for $57, we can just buy the bearings. The bearings inside, you can get them at the auto parts store. You just have to look up the number for them. Actually, there it is right now. It's a yeah, the light's not very good in here. Looks like 5005. It might be 2002. It's hard to tell. Anyway, inside of here, this little plastic thing that covers that bearing. If you take a X-Acto knife or a real pointy needle of something, you can pry that out of there. And they have very little grease in these. It would be a good idea to pop that off, grease them, and then put that back on. But like I say, I don't think we'll do it this time, but this summer we're gonna replace them all. Maybe not the whole wheels, but the bearings inside. We ended up buying 6 of these wheels, even though only 2 of them fell off. But there's, if I lost one last year when I borrowed it, and then this time we lost 2 more. So if they're starting to fail, more of them will probably fall off by the end of the season. We got 6 of them. Hopefully that's enough. But like I say, they're not cheap. 3 of them. 3 of them were $180, and the bearings, they're probably $15 a piece. So we can get them for less money if we just replace the bearings. It's not that hard to do. If you live in Idaho and you're part of that Foundation for Wildlife Management, whenever you have a bill like this, $188 for 3 of them, double that, as Jeff paid for the other half. But whenever you have a bill like that, save your receipts, because if you manage to get a wolf, they will reimburse you that money. So if I get a wolf, that'll be part of the reason I get paid. You have to have the receipts totaling $2,000 to get paid $2,000 for a wolf. It's not a bounty. It's similar, but it's not a true bounty. A bounty, you get paid for catching them. This isn't. You get paid back for the expenses it took in order to catch them. And things like these rollers, that's one of the expenses. I can't get up there without this. I had somebody tell me, well, there's not much snow right now. There's not. I mean, this is probably the most mild winter so far that I can remember. But, we moved here in 1991. I think this is probably the most mild I've ever seen so far. Temperatures are good. Everything's been nice. Today was plumb nasty. The wind picked up and it started spitting snow and rain, and it didn't stick, the snow, but it's been a nasty day all day long. But anyway, up on top, like I say, I have to go over the backside of a pass, and it's a dirt road pass. It's not plowed or anything like that. Up on top, it's knee deep, and I could probably do it in the pickup if I chain up, but the backside of the mountain is all in the shade, and it gets really icy. It's not a safe thing, and then I can get over there, I can set my traps, get back out, no problem at all. 2 days later, it snows another foot, and now I can't get there. So you have to, going back to hunt, going back just to hunt, you don't have to ever go back there if you don't want to. Going back to check traps, I have to go back at least one more time to get my traps back. But if I leave them there, then I gotta check them every other day or every third day. I like to do it every other day. But anyway, there's a lot more to it, and it's a lot more involved than what I think a lot of people realize. But it's fun. I'm not, like I say, I'm not giving up. It's just that there's more pressing things right now, and it's kind of on hold because of breakdowns. But I got the parts to fix that now, and just got to get it done, get up there, set a few traps. But anyhow, that's kind of the plan. Like I said, look at this weather here. This makes it kind of rough. And this is just a storm, it'll pass. But it says today's high was 47 with winds gusting past 45 miles an hour, period of rain mixed with snow accumulating to an inch. And that's down here on the valley floor. Up there it might be 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. But look at this one. That 56 mile an hour winds. I wonder what the wind chill is on that, especially if you're wet. Not a very pleasant day. Like I say, I was planning on putting these wheels on today. It's quick and simple. There's only one bolt in the center. I just got to pull that off, slap this wheel on there, and put another one on. Sometimes those bearings are hard to get off. You got to chisel them off or something to get them off, but it's not a big job to do. The biggest part is that rubber track is going to be in the way. I'm going to have to push that down or lift up the wheel somehow to slide these on. but that ain't a big trick either. Tomorrow I'll have those on for sure, unless the weather is horrible, but that's the plan. So anyway, see you folks tomorrow, and have a great rest of your day. Stay warm. I know in the eastern states it's really cold right now, the way our normal winters are here, but this winter, holy crap. Very, very pleasant. Very pleasant, except for today. See ya.